I've tried recording this video 3 separate times already, so here we go again.
I hope you all enjoyed the IRL Floorpaw intro. I was just practicing for 915. First, let's welcome the newest member of our background here, the Creeper from Minecraft. We got them 50% off at GameStop. Here on this channel, we will always support meme stonks, so GME to the moon, baby. Originally, I had like 3 different versions of this video all ready to go. I was ready to release it, and unfortunately, a couple of last minute changes hit the PTR. I was about to upload my video, but then we got hit with the no covenant skip thing, and then I felt like a clown.
I am a classically trained Auguste clown named Fizbo.
So here I am with a new 915 video for you all. Before we get into the 915 stuff, I just want to say I want everyone to come here to get a little bit of laughs, a little bit of insight, and just kind of everything. I basically just want to be a content machine for you all in 915. Everything from stream highlights to new 915 stuffs, big boomy keys, and even big keystones for other classes too. I've gotten my monk into some 21s, and I've started to rat my mage and my warlock into some higher keystones as well. I'd love to put in some time and effort to become an authority on a few different classes and specs, ideally in a keystone and raid scenario. I'm going to be working on leveling my demon hunter come 915 as well, so that should be really exciting. I don't want this to just be like all the other 915 videos where we read over patch notes and tell you everything you already know, but I just wanted to get a temperature gauge on how we're all feeling here. From reading the comments and what you have all personally shared with me, I feel like we have a pretty diverse group of people who watch my content. I don't know about all of you, but I'm pretty stoked about 915. While yes, I am fully in the camp of we should have had this come Shadowlands launch, or maybe even 9.1. I am also happy that we're getting it right now, and I think it's possible to be in both camps. There was that recent Ian interview where they say they want to listen to players more, which they kind of say that every single 0.5 patch where they try to fix the game, but who knows, maybe they actually mean it this time. What I'm most looking forward to is all the quality of life changes that we're getting. They entirely remove a vast majority of the barriers of entry that were deterring us as players from doing what we want to do. Some of those big things including unlocking your soul binds instantly, easy renown grinding and farming, AoE cap removal, rip outlaw rogues, just everything, you know? I am also excited for a lot of the other things like making Legion raids easier to farm, mage tower stuff, getting that South Park wheel mount, all that other kind of cool stuff. I think there's a lot of other things to do during this patch aside from player power focused things that I would like to get into that I think I have neglected as a player. There's been a lot of thoughts and feelings going around about switching from the Covenant campaign skip to just the Soulbind skip, and to be honest, I'm personally okay with it, although it is kind of a Blizzard thing at this point to say we're doing X and then they kind of change it to Y, and it's you know what I mean? I did test it on the PTR. My druid, I want to test out Kyrian on. So I tested out the new Soulbind skip on the PTR because I wanted my Boomy to go Kyrian, but I never completed the Kyrian campaign on my druid. I've only ever completed it on an alt. Fear not, you can still just only have completed campaigns on alts and they'll still count towards your main for skipping purposes. All you have to do is log on that alt and the game will be like, okay, we've updated, and then you can log on your main and do the quick swap stuff and it'll be great. In terms of player power, it doesn't really matter whether you get a Soulbind skip or a Covenant campaign skip, so I understand the logic behind that. For most players, it really won't matter for you. If you want, you can always go back and do the Covenant campaigns. I feel like for some players it might be bothersome to see that you'll be like 3 out of 9 in your campaign thing, and you'll be like, oh, why doesn't it just say 9 out of 9? But it's not the end of the world. You also don't need the renown from your campaign in order to hit max renown, so you really don't need to do your campaign at all, which is the coolest part. Some people say you need to do it so that you can make Vestige of Origins, so you can do like legendary crafting and stuff. I'm not sure how true that is, because you can still get Death's Advance rep to unlock the recipe through other means. I'm pretty sure that might not also be true. I am not a rank 6 legendary crafter as of yet. Might have to double check on that. So yeah, this is basically just a video to let you all know that I'm super stoked for 915. Expect a lot of stuff to come from here for 915. Definitely check out my Twitch, because I'm going to be streaming like every single day for 915. Some of my immediate goals that I have in mind are a lot of video ideas, some guides. I definitely want to do more high-level key analysis. I want to try out some Kyrian Boomkin, because I think it is underrated depending on your composition for your group. I think if you have a lot of 1 minute burst classes in like a high mythic plus scenario, then I think it does have some merit to at least try, and it'll be fun, you know, like just try something new. Why not? I also want to level my Demon Hunter, get that up, maybe have 2 or 3 mythic geared tunes that I can push keys on. I really want to push 20s, get portals on as many characters as I can, and even push beyond 20s on characters, because I feel like that's when you truly can test the limits of your skill and the classes that you play, so you can truly just understand the intricacies of every single situation and scenario that you'll come across. I find it interesting going into a dungeon, running into a pole or a boss that I've done 100 times on a boomy and being like, I know how to deal with this easily, and then I do it for the first time on my monk, or the first time on my mage, or the first time on my warlock, and I'm like, oh, I have to handle this completely differently. It helps me appreciate and learn a lot more just about the game overall. I also want to focus on achievement-driven content like mounts, because mounts are super sick. The Mechagon wheel mount is sick. All the old raid mounts are sick. Yeah, just a lot of achievement-driven stuff. Would love to get back into that stuff. I never quite was an achievement-driven player. I was more of a player power, competitive kind of player. I think everybody needs that as well, and there's a big community of that, and I don't want to ostracize anybody out there because they think, oh, I'm just a hardcore player who just spams buttons. I also want to do other content because there's a million ways to play World of Warcraft. So my question to you all is, how are you all feeling about 915? And what would you like to see out of me in this channel come 915? If there's any content you feel like I might be missing from the keys and the achievement stuff and new 915 guides to help with all the new stuff that's coming out. Yeah, if there's anything you think I might be missing from that, let me know definitely in the comments. Would love to hear from you all. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. It'll definitely help with all the YouTube algorithm jazz. It'll help grow our community. Now that we're a 1K sub Andy, test the waters, engage. Like, do we want a Discord to chat in? What do we want? What do we want as a community? Just want to know what we want as a group, you know? Be sure to follow my Twitch at twitch.tv/Shew. Be sure to follow the Twitter, twitter.com/ShewWow. Yeah, the YouTube right here. Thank you all, and see you in 915.